Good morning. Actually, it's at least afternoon now by the time that you're watching this because it's 11 o'clock where I am. So I'm sorry that it's so late today. Been running a little slow this morning. Also, I apologize for not having videos for Saturday and Sunday. My partner and I were busy painting. We had planned to paint on Saturday, and then we bought the paint on Friday, and then in the middle of the night on Friday we decided to paint. So I was up super late, which means I slept super late, and then we still had painting to do in the morning. So I was just tired and exhausted. But for that, I apologize. But thank you for being here now. I'm going to start this reading off with what's the energy of today's reading. With the Urban Crow Oracle. What is the energy of today's reading? On the bottom we have number 40, Resistance. We're not reading that though. And then we got Teamwork, number 48. I'm gonna focus on that? Close enough, I guess. Crows have mastered teamwork. Mobbing is one example of how crows work together on a common goal. When an intruder or a predator enters their territory, the birds jump into orchestrated action. Each member of the group holds an advantageous position in fighting off the threat. If your situation is a bit more complex or you can use an extra hand, teamwork will be the solution to finding success. Call upon your team, your family, or your friends to assist you when facing a challenge that requires more than you can comfortably handle. Teamwork strengthens bonds, creates positive memories, and reinforces an awareness that you are not alone. Teamwork today. I mean, we work together every day, right? Reading energies or almost every day. Reading energies and trying to figure out how a day is gonna go. One of these days I'm gonna get a card holder and a better camera thing, so maybe I don't have to be on screen and we can just watch my table. And I lay the cards out on the table. Anyways, teamwork, the energy of today. We're going to take from the Citadel Oracle for advice for the day before we pull tarot advice for the day. Good enough. What advice does the Citadel have for us for today? I love the theory and idea of funky shaped cards, but I'm really bad at shuffling them in every sense. What advice do you have for us today? What is our advice for the day? On the bottom we have the guide, Inheritance and Correction. It's about basically being handed a shit hand, but even if it's not your fault, it's the situation, recognizing that it's the situation that you're in and you're the only one that can get you out of it, essentially. Or even if it is your fault that you're in your own situation, you're the only one that can get yourself out of it. That's what that card is about. I've seen it a couple of times, I guess. Our advice for today, after our energy was teamwork, We got the chiromancer delivering news and collaboration. Collaboration and teamwork, what do you know? Could you focus on the card and not on me? Thank you. Gentle hands take yours. Fingers dance across your palm, seeking out lines and hidden shapes. And when you look across at the chiromancer, there's a smile on their face, but behind it, also the hint of a frown. Being able to read the future is both a blessing and a curse, but it is a role that the chiromancer is prepared to fill. You have a message to deliver or something that you've been meaning to say for a while, but it may not be a message that someone is ready to receive. Be careful about how you deliver it and choose your timing carefully. The outcome may depend entirely on you. So our advice for the day is say what you need to say, but be kind about it. Especially if you care about how things turn out. Be careful with your words. Alright, what is the tarot advice for today? I am sometimes not as kind as I could be with words. Like, I don't mean to be harsh, but sometimes things just come out of my mouth harshly. I try to be better at that. What is our advice for the day? What is tarot advice for the day? At the bottom we have Ace of Swords. That's usually a message. The Suit of Swords relates to the element of air and rules over intellect, communication, decision-making, perception, and reason. What is it focusing on? That's not the card. Thank you. As the first card of the air element, the Ace of Swords represents enlightenment, victory, and professional triumph. The sun is radiating powerful, triumphant energy on the sword as it proudly pierces the clouds. This card tells you that you may be on the verge of a breakthrough, and it could also be a good time to start a new project. Upright meeting. Willpower, confidence, victory, and triumph. So the energy behind our advice, willpower, confidence, victory, triumph. Ruling over intellect, communication, decision-making, perception, and reason. And the card that came out very quickly, it's been a minute since it's just popped out like that for me, is the Page of Wands. Dang it. Focus on the card, please. The Page of Wands signifies passion and excitement towards the world. Full of creative thinking and fearlessness, the Page of Wands has an innate curiosity and is easily distracted. She must be careful not to allow distractions to ruin any future opportunities. Upright meaning, discovery, creative thinking, and fearlessness. So I feel like the advice for today, hold on. Have confidence in your message. Be creative and fearless in the way that you deliver it. Because you have something to say. Even if some people won't like it, you do have something to say. And you need... how you say it is how how you deliver your message and how people interpret it is going to determine the outcome. And we want the outcome to be teamwork. We want to work with others, so we don't want to offend them too horribly bad. You know, you want to make your point. You want to say what you need to say. You need to be true to yourself and speak your heart and your mind. But you also don't want to be unkind in the process and upset others for no reason. Or even if there is a good reason, you don't want to upset people. You know, just talk to people how you want to be talked to. Like me, I don't like when people sugarcoat shit, which is probably that's kind of bad advice. I'm gonna say that's probably why I'm sometimes not as kind as I could be with words, because I don't like it when people try to be super nice about things and don't deliver the message they're trying to actually deliver because they're trying to be nice and not hurt my feelings. Because I take people for what they say. Like, I don't read into messages most of the time when people are talking to me. Like, I take you for your word, and if you're trying to tell me something without actually saying it, I'm not going to understand that. So I prefer for people to just be honest and straightforward with me, even though most people don't really like that. So I guess, you know, I could take a lesson in being a little bit more kind with my words and my message delivery, because sometimes most of the time, people do kind of prefer, you know, that you deliver news a certain way, a nice way. And I don't like that. So I tend to not talk that way. So I guess I should really take my own dang advice here, huh? If I want to be victorious in the outcome of what I need to say, I need to be creative with my message and say it in a way that comes off kind, so that I can still work with others while also speaking my truth. And that's the message for you today as well. And then we're going to leave off with, you know, our high vibe card of the day. Can't just, even though I have forgotten a couple of times to end on this deck, I like to end my messages pulling a card from this deck. Just because it's so positive. It's so nice. It's amazing. Probably because I feel like I don't always deliver the nicest news. I like to end things with a good little positive card. Okay, so anyways. What is our high vibe message for today? What message can help keep our vibrations high? Keep us in a good mood? What message would Spirit like for us to hear? Ain't gonna be that one. Alright. What message do we need to hear today? Thank you. At the bottom we have feeling fear is a call for love, meaning if you're fearful about something, to turn in on yourself and be kind to yourself. Remind yourself that the universe is full of love and that you don't actually have anything to fear. Might want the book for this. I've seen this card. I don't think I've ever actually pulled it, though. I could be lying. Oh, what do you know? The feeling fear is a call for love was the card right before this card in the book. Whenever your ego gets loud and obnoxious, it's because you're on the cusp of a miracle. The ego is the inner voice that always wants to make you doubt your talents. It's the voice that will negatively comment on your image and send you into a spiral of self-loathing. It can be hard not to fight with the ego, but when you do, your mind becomes a battlefield. Who wants that? In order to overcome the voice of your ego, it's important to recognize its purpose. It's the voice of fear, and it's there to give you a choice. So whenever you have a voice inside your head telling you what could go wrong or why you're not good enough, know that you can choose to take your destiny back into your own hands. Today, the universe is encouraging you not to let the insecurities and limitations of your ego, your past, or your fears get in the way of love that you were born to be. You are love, and you were made to share that love. That's what raising your vibration is all about. I didn't plan on reading that, but since I turned right to it, I did. Anyways, the card that we actually pulled is Healing Myself Heals My Lineage. Our lineage is our family line, the continuation of our family story. When we were born into our current lineage, many of the ideas and beliefs held by our family became our own. If you are feeling held back in life, there's a good chance that many of these stories are in fact limiting, fear-based, and outdated. There are karmic energies within your family line that you are having to push through. But when you pick this card, you are being held in a sacred light of healing and encouraged to revisit some of the more challenging family stories in order to claim your own truth. Know that your ancestors in spirit are cheering you on. All of your healing in this lifetime is healing for the family line. All of your achievements are achievements for the lineage. As you push through the old limitations, you are carving a new path for yourself and for future generations. This is huge. Vibe of the day. I go beyond the fears and limitations of my lineage. So maybe the message you have to deliver is to your family. Maybe, just maybe. That's all I have for you today. I hope that you have a good day. Again, I apologize for not posting videos over the weekend. I might make the videos earlier this week for this weekend because I'm pretty sure we're going to be painting again. But anyways, I'm going to try to have videos this upcoming weekend for Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry that I didn't this weekend. But I hope that my message today has helped you. I hope that you have a beautiful day. And I love you and goodbye.